topic of enzymes. We'll be looking what are the important questions from the topic enzymes. Okay, so first let's start with the first important question. Uh, Enzymes that use ATP for their activity is dash. Options: kinases, synthetases, synthetases, uh, transferases, hydrolysis. These are the four options. Enzymes that use ATP for their activity is dash. These are the four options. Anybody wants to try? Like what is the correct answer? If you don't know also no problem. At least try answering. Okay. No issues. The correct answer is synthesis. Okay, this is like enzymes that use ATP for their activity is synthetases. Okay, so coming to the next question. Third number in the enzyme nomenclature indicates dash. Options: subclass, subclass. Hi, hello. Uh, Doraemon fans. Hi. So the question, the options are sub fans. Sub class, subclass, major class, serial number. Okay, I'm repeating the question. Third number in the enzyme nomenclature indicates what? Options: subclass, subclass, major class, or serial number. This is important question, and the answer is subclass. Okay, third number in the enzyme will indicate subclass. Okay, so coming to ma'am, this class is only for BiPC. No, this class is for both MPC as well as BiPC. First, we are discussing biology. After this, we'll be discussing the topics of physics as well as chemistry. So stay tuned. Okay. So coming to the next question. Protein part in the holoenzyme is dash. Options: apoenzyme, simple enzyme, conjugated enzyme, inductive enzyme. Inducive enzyme. Okay, these are the four options. Protein part in the holoenzyme is dash. Options: apoenzyme, simple enzyme, conjugated enzyme, inducive enzyme. Okay, these are the four options. Anybody knows the answer? The correct answer is apoenzyme. Okay, so protein part of the in the holoenzyme is called the apoenzyme. Okay, so coming to the next question. Okay, heme moiety of peroxidase can be regarded as dash. Options: prosthetic group, coenzyme, metallic cofactor, simple enzyme. These are the four options. Heme moiety of peroxidase can be regarded as dash. Options: prosthetic group, coenzyme, metallic cofactor, simple enzyme. Okay, so the students watching this video, do try guessing at least. Okay, because even if you try, there's nothing wrong. If you don't know the answer also, it's okay. So the correct answer is prosthetic group. Okay. So, ma'am, in MPC, can you start MPC? Yeah, sure. We'll start with MPC within just 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, we'll pack up this particular bio by then, and let's start with uh, physics and chemistry. Okay, so no issues. So coming to the next question, an enzyme with IUB number EC 4.1.2.1 belongs to dash. Options: hydrolysis, uh, isomerasis, lysis, oxidoreductases. Okay, these are the four options, and the answer is option 3, which is lysis. Okay, lysis. So next question, enzymes which breaks bonds with addition of water is what? Option: kinesis, synthetasis, transferasis, hydrolysis. Okay. So anybody wants to try? Okay, the answer is hydrolysis. Okay, enzymes which breaks bonds with the addition of the water is hydrolysis. Is very important question. Okay, anybody want have any doubts can ask me. Okay, so I'll tell you the clue how to remember this particular answer. Okay, in hydrolysis only there is hydro. Okay, hydrolysis, which is related to the water. By the name itself we are understanding it's something which is related to the water. Okay, so hydrolysis, that's why enzymes which breaks bonds with the addition of the water is hydrolysis. Okay, so coming to the next question. Okay, substances structurally similar to substrates act as dash. Options: non-competitive inhibitor, allos, ma'am, APNP transistor, the mandatory carriers of the. I didn't understand your question. What is it? Ma'am, in APNP transistor, the majority carriers of the hard holes are, ma'am. Uh, I'm not actually understanding what you're asking. No issues. Okay. So coming to the next question. Substances structurally similar to substrates act as dash. Options: non-competitive inhibitor, allosteric modulators, isoenzymes, competitive inhibitors. This is very important question. Okay, so the answer is competitive inhibitors. Okay, so substances structurally similar to the substrates will act as the competitive inhibitors. Okay, so coming to the next question. In an enzymatic reaction, toxins similar to substrates attaches to what? Options: substrates, active sites of enzymes, products, sites other than active sites on enzymes. Okay, these are the majority carriers in transistors. Uh, is it CRT? Okay, I'll answer your doubt later. Okay, after this session. Okay, so these are the four options. in the enzymatic reaction, toxins similar. CRT means correct. Okay. Uh, Majority carriers, yes. Okay. So, coming to this particular question, this is very, very important. In an enzymatic reaction, toxins similar to the substrates attaches to dash. Options: substrates, active sites of enzymes, products, sites other than active sites on enzymes. Okay, this is very, very important question, and it has been repeated almost more than twice in the last previous years. Okay, and the correct answer is active sites of enzymes. Okay. So yeah, now let's go to the next topic of important questions. And before going to another subject, let's quickly pack up with physics as well as chemistry, because we have to even cover MPC students. So let's quickly start with the MPC also. Okay, after that, like after physics and chemistry, we can again come back to the animal phyla. Okay. Okay, so now coming to the physics, first let's cover the topic of magnetism, because it is very important. Coming to the magnetism, okay. The first question is, if a bar magnet of moment m is bent as arc, its magnetic moment dash, like what happens to it, to its magnetic moment? Options: decreases, increases, does not change, may change. I'm repeating the question. So the students who have just joined, for your information, we are discussing the topic of magnetism. We are discussing the important questions of magnetism. Okay, so the question is, if the bar magnet of moment ocean, good evening. If the bar magnet, of moment m is bent, like if a bar magnet is bent in the shape of arc, Sweta, hi Sweta, is bent in the shape of arc, then what happens to it, to its magnetic moment, is the question. Options: will it increase, will it decrease, will it may not change, or it may change. These are the three options, and these are very, very important. Okay, and anybody wants to try, you can type the answers. Okay, nobody? Okay, no issues. It will uh, where's this question? Yeah, here it is. It will decrease. Norman creation, it increases. No, it decreases. Okay, see, because if the bar magnetic, when we are bending the bar magnet, okay, we are making into the shape of arc, then there's a distance formed between both the arcs, right? So that's why there is a result of decreasing in the magnetic moment. Okay, so coming to the next question, Earth's magnetic field always has horizontal component except at dash. Options: equator, magnetic pole, a latitude of 60 degrees, none of the above. These are the four options. I'm repeating the question. Earth's magnetic field always has a horizontal component except at a particular place. What is that place is the question. Options: equator, magnetic pole, a latitude of 60 degrees, and none of the above. Okay, so anybody wants to try can keep trying. The correct answer is magnetic pole. Okay, Earth's magnetic pole is always having a horizontal component except at magnetic pole. At magnetic pole, Earth's magnetic field will not have horizontal component. Important question. So next question is the lines of the force due to the Earth's horizontal magnetic field are dash. Options: parallel and straight, concentric circles, elliptical, curved lines. Very important question. Okay, the answer is parallel and straight. Okay, the lines of the force due to the Earth's horizontal magnetic field is always parallel and straight. Okay, so students, one small request: whoever are watching this video, please do like and share this video with all your friends, so that even they will be benefited, they will be even be a part of this revision activity or this crash course discussion. Okay, Inosh Kumar, hi Inosh Kumar. So coming to the next question, I'm discussing only most of the important questions. Hi. Okay, so that you students have to be benefited, and such students mainly should get a very good score. Okay, so coming to the next question, the magnetism of magnet is due to what? Okay, so in the magnet there will be magnetism, right? So why not vertical? I think we already crossed that question. So you are late actually. So, okay, you wanted to ask, I told horizontal, why not vertical, right? I already told you the reason also, I guess. Okay, so no issues. Uh, okay, so in the magnet, there will be magnetism, right? So why will that magnetism be caused is the question. Options: because of the spin motion of the electron, because of the earth, because of the pressure of big magnet inside the earth, or cosmic rays. These are the four options. Okay, why is the magnetism in the magnet caused? Options: spin motion of electron, earth, pressure of big magnet inside the earth, cosmic rays. Option A, Inosh. Anybody else wants to try? Option A. Yeah, option A. Like we are waiting for anybody else to answer. Option A is of course correct. Yes, the magnetism is occurred in the magnet just because of the spin motion of the electron. Okay, because of the spin motion of the electron only, the magnetism occurs in the magnet. Okay, very important question. And coming to the next question. We are discussing only important questions. Okay, so coming to the next question, which of the following is most suitable for the core of electromagnets? Options: soft iron, steel, copper, nickel alloy, air. These are the four options. I'm repeating the question: which of the following is the most suitable, is like which of the following is most suitable for the core of electromagnets? Options: soft iron, steel, copper nickel alloy, air. These are the four options. Inosh Kumar, you want to try? Option A. Anybody else wants to try? Anybody else? Yes, option A is correct. Okay, so soft iron is the most suitable for core of electromagnetics. Okay, so if you wanted to, madam, please tell me how to solve the problems. Okay, so we will make a separate session for solving of problems for physics as well as mathematics, because on live it's really tough to explain problems on board. So I'll surely make separate videos for that also. Okay. So yeah, coming to the next question. Demagnetization of magnets, ma'am, create a Zoom call. Yes, I can create a Zoom call, but I have to explain it on live. Means like I feel comfortable explaining problems on the board, on board. So I think that would be better, but no issues. I'm promising you, you're going to get the video of solving NCET physics as well as mathematics. Don't worry at all. I'm going to make the I'm going to make that video very soon. Okay. So coming to the next question. Demagnetization of magnets can be done by dash. Options: rough handling, heating, magnetizing in the opposite direction, all of the above. Very, very important question this is. Demagnetization of magnets can be done. Demagnetization. Guys, can you listen to me? If yes, tell me yes. Or is the video, like if the video is buffering or something, you can let me know. I will wait for a while. Okay. So demagnetization of the magnets can be done by dash. Options. Norman Creations, thank you for answering. Yes, okay, done. We will continue. Demagnetization of magnets can be done by dash. Options: rough handling, heating, magnetizing in the opposite direction, all of the above. These are the four options. So Nauman Creations, you want to answer? Okay, if you don't know the answer, no issues, you can at least try guessing, no problem at all, guys. So nobody are perfect, even by guessing, even by by just trying to answer, you can learn things, no problem. The correct answer is all of the above. Demagnetization of the magnets can be done by the rough handling, by heating, as well as magnetizing in the opposite direction. Okay, very, very important question. So coming to the next question. Okay, the permanent magnet is made from which of the following substances? Options: diamagnetic, paramagnetic, ferromagnetic, electromagnetic. These are the four options. The permanent magnet is made from which of the following substances? Options: diamagnetic, paramagnetic, ferromagnetic, electromagnetic. The correct answer is ferromagnetic. Okay, the permanent magnet can be made from this ferromagnetic. Okay, very, very important question. So next question. Yeah, from this particular magnetism, whatever problems are there, we are going to solve it separately. Don't worry at all. So now let's look at the important questions from solid state. Okay, so solid state, let's start. First important question is ionic solids are characterized by dash. Options: good conductivity in the solid state, high vapor pressure, low melting point, so solubility in polar solvents. These are the four options. Anybody wants to try at least by guessing? Ionic solids are characterized by which of the following? Okay, options: good conductivity in solid state, high vapor pressure, low melting point, solubility in polar solvents. Okay, very, very important question. Okay, nobody knows the answer. No issues. The correct answer is high vapor pressure. Okay, so ionic solids are characterized by high vapor pressure. Okay, so next question. The crystal system without any element of symmetry is dash. Options: monoclinic, triclinic, hexagonal, cubic. These are the four options. This is also important question. The crystal system without any element in symmetry is dash. Options: monoclinic, triclinic, hexagonal or cubic. It's triclinic. Okay, it's triclinic. So next question. Which one of the following has highest melting point? Which one of the following has highest melting point? Options: ionic crystal, molecular crystal, covalent crystal, metallic crystal. Good evening, ma'am. Hi, Sunita. I've been missing you in the live. So you are late to the live today. No issues. I've been missing you and Kavita so much. So, which of the following? Sunita, you can just carry on with this particular question. Okay, try answering this. Which one has highest melting point? Options: ionic crystal, molecular crystal, covalent crystal, and metallic crystal. Out of these four, what is the highest melting point? The answer is covalent crystal. Okay, covalent crystal is the highest melting point coming compared to others. Okay, Nischal B, option B. Option B is molecular. No, but the correct answer is covalent. No, not metallic, Sunita. It is covalent. Okay, like covalent is the highest melting point. Very, very important question. Okay, so coming to the next question. For the covalent solids, the units which occupy lattice point are dash. Options: ions, electrons, atoms, molecules or atoms. I'm repeating the four options. Okay, so ions, electrons, atoms, molecules or atoms. Okay, for the covalent solid, the units which occupy lattice point are dash. Anybody wants to try? Guys who are watching this video, please like this video and do share, and please consider subscribing to our channel. Okay, so that you'll get all the MCET updates and notifications immediately. Okay, so please do subscribe. So the answer is atoms. Okay, so for covalent solid, the units which occupy the lattice point are atoms. Okay, atoms will be occupying the lattice point. Very important question. Okay, so next question, very easy and very important. The structural unit of the crystal is called dash. Options: structural motif, unit cell, crystal lattice, space lattice. Very, very important question. The structural unit of crystal is called dash. Options: structural motif, unit life, crystal lattice, space lattice. Sunita, you want to try? Or anybody else wants to try? The answer is yes, absolutely, very, very good, Sunita. The answer is option A. So the structural unit of crystal is called the structural motif. Very, very important. And the students who don't know this answer can remember it as structural unit, structural motif. Okay, both has the common structural in them. So remember like this with logic. Okay. So coming to the next question, which of the following crystallizes in both, okay, which of the following crystallizes in both hexagonal and trigonal crystals? Very important question. Which of the following crystallizes in both hexagonal and trigonal crystals? Options: ice, quartz, diamond. Both options 1 and 2. These are the given options. Anybody wants to try? Is it ice, or is it quartz, or is it diamond, or is it the options of both A and B? Okay, the answer. No, it's not diamond. Well tried, Sunita. It's actually both 1 and 2 options. Okay, so both ice and quartz crystallizes in both hexagonal as well as trigonal crystals. Okay, remember this. And I would like to give you a tip. It's not called a tip, it's called a hack, I guess. So in MSET, if you have options like both or all of the above, there are 60% of chances where that will be the correct option, like both or all of the above, or like this, the options will be right, not none of the above, only both and all of the above. Okay, so when you don't know the answer, use this hack, it really works. Okay, so coming to the next question, which of the following structure is most uncommon for metals? Options: BCC, simple cubic, CCP, HCP. Very, very important. Okay. Sunita, you want to try? Which of the following structure is most uncommon? Listen to the question very carefully. Uncommon. They're not saying what is common. They are saying what is uncommon structure in most of the metals. Options: BCC, simple cubic, CCP, HCP. And the answer is simple cubic. Okay, so most of the crystals will, like most of the metals, will not have a simple cubic shape. Okay, important question. So, simple cubic. Yes, correct answer, Sunita. So, okay, now we are done with the important questions of the solid state. Now let's start with animal phyla. Okay. So, anybody like has any question? Sunita, do you have any question? If you have any questions, you can let me know at this particular time. Or shall we start with animal phyla? Shall we start, guys, or any queries? No, ma'am, I'm clear apart from post one. This is the common question which I get from you every single day. No issues. So, okay, so you don't have any doubt subject related, which is good. It means you are preparing really well. Well done. So now let's start with the questions. Okay, of important questions from animal phyla. Okay. So be ready, my folks. Coming to the first important question. Most sponges exhibit dash. Options: radial symmetry, bilateral symmetry, spherical symmetry, asymmetry. Most sponges exhibit dash. Options: is it radial symmetry or bilateral symmetry, spherical symmetry or asymmetry? If you don't know, the answer is also fine. Asymmetric. Where is this? Yes, here is the question. Most sponges exhibit asymmetry. Yes, correct answer. So coming to the next question. The type of digestion seen in sponges is dash. Options: intercellular, extracellular, intracellular, non-cellular. Most the type of, like, what is the type of the digestion seen in the sponges? Seen in the sponges. Is it intercellular or extracellular or intracellular or non-cellular? Anybody wants to try? Sunita? Is it inter or intra? It is intracellular. Yes. Intracellular. Yes, intracellular is correct answer. Okay, because this is the type of digestion. It will be intracellular. Okay. So next is uh, coming to the next question. I am sorting out only important questions for you people so that it will benefit you. Uh, yeah, water vascular system is a distinctive feature of phylum Echinodermata. This system helps in dash. Options: locomotion, capture and transport of food, respiration, or all of the above. Guys, want to try? Hi madam, good evening madam. Video Kondaveti. Hi. Hi. You are late to the session. Okay, we are going to conclude the session within just 10-15 minutes max. Okay, so let's quickly pack up. Okay, you're saying option B. No, option B is not correct. Sunita, I have given you one hack in this video, remember? So try to use that hack. I told you, right? When you don't know the answer, when you're not confident of the answer, and if there are options like all of the above or option A and B, then use that. Yes, correct. So here we have the option of all of the above, and this hack worked. So the correct answer is all of the above. Okay, see, it's proved, hence proved. It's the correct answer. Okay, so guys, if you don't know the correct answer, you can use this hack in your final exam. It will be useful. Okay, so coming to the next question. Okay, uh, which of the following possesses a hard exoskeleton formed by calcium carbonate? Which of the following possesses hard exoskeleton formed by the calcium carbonate? Options: Aurelia, Physalia, Corallium, Halistema. Repeat, ma'am. Okay. Which of the following possesses, means like which of the following has the hard exoskeleton formed by the calcium carbonate? I am Kavita, ma'am. Okay, sorry, Kondavidi. I am like forgetting. It's Kavita. Hi, Kavita. I told in the video also I'm missing you. I'm missing both Sunita and my Kavita regular students in my life. Okay, I'm repeating the question. Which of the following possesses the hard, like which of the following has hard exoskeleton formed by the calcium carbonate? Options: Aurelia, Physalia, Corallium, Halystemma. These are the 4 options, and out of these, which has hard exoskeleton which is formed by the calcium carbonate? Okay, calcium carbonate. Okay, no issues if you don't know the answer. I'm here to tell you the correct answer is corallium. Corallium has the hard exoskeleton, and yes, Sunita, yes, correct. Option C, corallium is the correct answer. It has a very hard exoskeleton, and that particular exoskeleton is formed by the calcium carbonate. Very well tried. It's correct answer. So coming to the next question. Okay, selenocytes are associated with dash. Selenocytes are associated with dash. Options: nutrition, excretion, reproduction, or respiration. And repeating the options: nutrition, excretion, respiration, reproduction. Name is Kavita. Yeah, sure. I will remember from today. Okay. So solenocytes are associated with what? Nutrition, excretion, respiration, or reproduction. Okay, Sunita, option A, you said no. No, beta, it's not correct. Try with other. It's not nutrition. Is it excretion or respiration or reproduction? Ma'am, physics each chapter formulas చెప్పండి మేడం. Yes, that's what I told you. Like మీకు గనక ఎవ్రీ చాప్టర్లో ప్రతి చాప్టర్లో ఫిజిక్స్లో ఆర్ కెమిస్ట్రీ ఆర్ మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ మీకు కనుక అన్ని ఫార్ములా ఒక చోట కావాలి అంటే బెస్ట్ వే టు స్టడీ మెటీరియల్ తీసుకోండి. ఇట్ విల్ బీ రియలీ బెనిఫిషియల్ ఫర్ యూ స్టూడెంట్స్ బికాస్ 2019లో ఎగ్జామ్ రాసిన వాళ్ళు అందరూ కూడా ఎగ్జామ్ అయిన తర్వాత దే కేమ్ బ్యాక్ అండ్ పర్సనల్లీ దే కామెంటెడ్ టెల్లింగ్ ఆ మెటీరియల్ చాలా చాలా యూజ్ అయింది మేడం అని చెప్పారు. సో అది బై చేయండి. ఇట్స్ వెరీ వెరీ ఎకనామికల్ కాస్ట్, జస్ట్ ఐ థింక్ 999, and if you are my subscribers, I'm going to give you 10% off. Okay, so it will be really useful for you students, because see, ఫార్ములా మళ్ళీ మనం సెపరేట్గా డిస్కస్ చేసుకుంటే లైవ్ ఎవరు చూడరు, బికాస్ ఫార్ములా ఆల్రెడీ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్లో ఉంటుంది కదా. సో మోస్ట్లీ ఎవరు చూడరు ఇఫ్ వీ డిస్కస్ లైక్ దాట్. సో డిసడ్వాంటేజ్ ఆఫ్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ ఏంటంటే ఆర్ అదర్ మెటీరియల్స్ ఏంటంటే ఫార్ములా ఉండదు ఆర్ ఫార్ములా సెపరేట్ ఉంటుంది. కానీ మన స్టడీ మెటీరియల్లో యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ ఆల్ ద ఫార్ములా ఎట్ వన్ ప్లేస్. సో మీకు అది ఎగ్జామ్ రివిజన్కి లాస్ట్ టైం ప్రిపరేషన్కి ఇట్ విల్ బీ రియలీ యూస్ఫుల్. సో కన్సిడర్ బయింగ్ దట్ స్టడీ మెటీరియల్, ఇట్ విల్ బీ రియలీ యూస్ఫుల్. ఓకే, సో Sunita said option B, excretion. Yes, it's correct. So solenocytes are associated with the excretion. Okay, so yeah, okay, coming to the next question. Parasitic animals has well developed dash. Options: respiratory system, digestive system, reproductive system, excretory system. Okay, so which of these 4 are well developed in parasitic animals? Which of these 4 are well developed in parasitic animals? Is it respiratory system or digestive system or reproduction system or excretory system? So it is video I name. Yeah, Kavita, I remember it. Okay, so Reproduction? No, it's not reproduction, Sunita. It's a digestive system. In parasitic animals, the digestive system is very, very developed. Okay, it's really well developed in the parasitic animals. Okay, so coming to the next question, which is common among tapeworm, liver, fluke, planarian? Options: they are all segmented. They all are master unofficial. Same, ma'am. Okay, they are all found in the gut. They all have flattered body. Okay, out of these four options, uh, out of these three options, tell me what is the correct answer. Which is the common among tapeworm, tapeworm, liver fluke, planarian? Options are: they are all segmented, they are all found in the gut, they are all having a flattered body. And the correct answer is they are all having the flattered body. Okay, because see, even tapeworm has a flattered body, even liver fluke and planarian, all these three has a flattered body. Okay, so flattered body, yes, correct, Sunita. So yes, let's quickly discuss more 4 to 5 questions and pack up this session. It's already about to 50 minutes since I've started the live. Okay, so coming to the next question. Hmm. When will be the MSET? Please say, ma'am. For now, they has officially told that exam is going to be in July. Ma'am, physics ఫార్ములా అప్లోడ్ చేయండి మ్యామ్. అప్లోడ్ చేయొచ్చు, కాకపోతే అన్ని ఫార్ములాలు సెపరేట్గా మళ్ళీ ఇది చేసి ఒక చోట పెట్టడం ఇట్స్ ప్రాబ్లం. ఓకే, సో కమింగ్ టు ది నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. Okay, very important question, students. Eggs of cockroach are fertilized in dash. Ma'am, my friend asked me if we only prepare 10 to 15 years papers, can we score 100? Just preparing from last previous years 100 ante custom. You can get, I guess, 80 plus or 70 plus, because preparation plus previous papers you can get 100 plus. Just previous papers you can't get. Like, you have to even prepare. Along with that, you have to follow last like 10 years, 7 to 10 years previous papers is fine. Like 15 is not required. 10 to 7, or 7 to 12 is fine enough. Okay, so yes, coming to the question. Eggs of the cockroach are fertilized in dash. Options: cocoon, fallopian tube, genital pouch of the female. Anybody knows the answer? Eggs of the cockroach. Where are the eggs of the cockroach fertilized? Options: cocoon, fallopian tube, or genital pouch of the female. No, it's not. It's not fallopian tube, Sunita. You are near to it. The answer is genital pouch of the female. Okay, in the genital pouch of the female, the eggs of the cockroach will be developed. Oh, sorry, fertilized. Okay, so yes, Sunita, yes, genital pouch is the correct answer. So there, the eggs of the cockroach will be fertilized. Okay, very important question. Okay, next question. Embryonated egg of Ascaris is dash. Options. Which question